When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like aloe or skins, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. With Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts are going abandoned and way more sales happening. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whatever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Skins uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
If you haven't heard already, we have got ourselves a new sponsor for the podcast. That's right, Aperio Athletics. You ever wish you could give back to the community and get some awesome gym gear at the same time? Aperio Athletics has you covered with 5% of all profits going towards the Canadian Mental Health Association. What a great initiative that is. Sign up for their rewards program and receive $5 off your next order. Use code JUNGLE10, I repeat, JUNGLE10, to get 10% off your first order. Visit the Aperio Athletics online store at aperioathletics.com to claim the benefits and rewards waiting for you. Be sure to follow them on Instagram and TikTok at aperio_athletic to be the first to know all the latest product releases and exclusive offers. This podcast is sponsored by Aperio Athletics. Well, buddy, like how you been? Like you want to just get into talking about your nationals right away and where you were the last couple of weeks? Like we haven't really talked, so
So we left so obviously we got seeded 9th, which is pretty good for a first year program. Like I was pretty happy with that. Like be single digits is pretty impressive. But yeah, so basically what that means is we're the highest ranked team that isn't already in the tournament. So you have to play your way. That from 9 to 24 has to play a game in order to get into the round of 16, basically. Right. So the top 8 teams get a bye. So they're waiting until Saturday to play, and then we've got to play on Thursday. So we left on Wednesday, had a practice in that rink, which is Lindenwood's and NCAA D1 rink.
Oh, that's sick.
Which is pretty dope. Like it was pretty sweet. It was so hot though.
In the rink?
In the rink, like it was the hottest rink I've ever played in. It was ridiculous. That's weird. It was really, really weird.
Hotter than Rogers Arena when we had those practices there?
Dude, I swear it was that level. Like it must have been that level. It was really hot. And I don't know if that was just like the weather, because it was hot. It was nice out that day. It was like 24 degrees out. It was like so warm on the ice, and it was insane. But anyways, I was dripping sweat after like a 45-minute practice. I was like, oh no, like tomorrow's like not gonna look good. Like it's gonna be fucked. But we were number 9, so we're the highest ranked team that wasn't in this tournament, like I said. So we played the lowest ranked team that made it, which was Westchester University. I don't really know. I think they're from Pittsburgh or Philadelphia. I'm not really 100% sure. Okay. But yeah, we ended up beating them. We didn't play good at all. We ended up basically, our first goal was from the red line. It was 0-0 after the first period. And our first goal was like, from the red line. It was a knuckle puck that landed right in between the goalie's fucking feet. And went in. It was the flukiest goal ever. And then we scored another one right after that. So it was 2-0. And then we ended up scoring an empty netter. So that's how close the game was. It was ridiculous for that.
3-0?
For us playing a team like that.
Yeah, that is low. Crazy, dude.
We probably should have won by a little bit more, but yeah. So we earn our way to play Brady Schwab and the Utah Utes.
Yeah.
University of Utah Utes, which is that's a pretty big time school. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
They're a good team, but we actually probably played our best game of the year against them.
Really?
Yeah. Like we We played so fun. I can't even describe how good we played. It was just like everything came together. It was amazing. If we played the same way we played against Utah, against Minot, we probably put up a goal or two and maybe don't give up one or two.
Right.
It might have been a little bit closer.
Yeah, like probably a 1-goal game.
Yeah, maybe. Not saying we would have beat them because they were the best. I'll get to that, but yeah, but Utah was the best hockey I've played in a long time.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was equivalent to an SJ. I'd say equivalent to an SJHL game. It was really quick.
Okay.
Really fast, but felt really good out there. It was really fun to play in. It felt like a playoff game because, backtrack, 6 tornadoes come through.
Yeah, I was gonna say you didn't even talk about all that part and like the relocation of the tournament and
yeah. So little story is that night, the night we beat Westchester, you get a day off, and then the next day you play again.
Yeah.
The day off that night, there was 6 tornadoes in the St. Louis area. The sirens were going off as like the purge sirens. I stayed over with my parents at their Airbnb because I couldn't make it back to the hotel because I was hanging out with my parents at like 8:00. And my mom was like, we're not driving in this. Like, fuck this. And yeah, so she made the executive decision that I would stay there. And then, yeah, we ended up the main rink, the rink that I was talking about, lost power.
Yeah.
And it didn't regain power until like the next night, basically. Minot's game was so the top 4 teams played on Friday. So those bottom teams didn't get a day off.
Yeah.
Before they played the top teams. So Minot's game was mid-game, and then the lights turned off as they were and so they were only up 1-0.
Oh.
And so they only played 1 period, so they had to continue their game the next day. Like it was ridiculous. But yeah, so whole thing gets shuffled around. A bunch of teams end up going to play at the St. Louis Iceplex or some shitty rink. We ended up playing at Maryville's rink, which, to be honest, was not that nice. There's no stands.
Really?
Really at all. Like it was you remember like Canlan? How there's like
which one? Canlan's like a chain.
In Burnaby. Do you remember how it's like that? Where there's just like some benches along the side and it's just like there's like a track that goes around the rink. Like you can get all the way around the rink, but there's just like a couple like bleachers, like you're watching like a baseball game outside.
Right.
It was a barn. Like it was not. It was really nice on the outside. Like it looked really nice on the outside, but then like once you got in, it was cold at least.
Yeah.
Just nice. We weren't fucking sweating, but it was a barn. We had a whole bunch of fans there, which was cool. It made it feel like there was a lot of people there.
Right.
Which is nice.
Right.
Because at Lindenwood's rink, like it feels like there's fucking nobody there, but yeah, so we ended up winning 4-2, I think. Mm-hmm. They scored with like it was 4-1 and they scored with like 30 seconds left on like their 40. They outshot us pretty bad.
Oh wow.
I think it was like 35-29 or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, it was one of the funnest games I've played. But then we go to Minot where it was just the less said about that game, the better. They were just so much better than us. Right. We're tired. We just played the game of our lives yesterday to get here. And the best team in the country. Their captain played 25 games in the USHL for Sioux City. For Sioux.
Yeah.
Like they're just a level above us. It was like when I was on ND and we were playing Humboldt.
Yeah. It
was like that level of like disadvantage. And we still only lost 4-0. I don't know. It was their goalie wasn't the greatest, but it was like we didn't even get any good shots on him, man. We got one good 2-on-1, and I think it hit him in the neck. But overall, the tournament was fucking fun. Like,
yeah,
it was
man,
like,
it sounds like it was unreal. It looked so.
It was super cool. It was a super cool experience. It's like to win that thing is insane. Like to go that long and win that thing is nuts. To play 5 games in 6 nights is just ridiculous at that level. Congrats to UNLV. Congrats to Fordo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Fordo.
I was in the stands watching.
Nice. And so was that game back at Lindenwood's rink?
Yeah, so everything.
Okay.
So I forgot to mention, the game against Minot we played moved back. Everything got moved back.
Okay,
and the power got restored.
That was semis. You guys were in the final 8, Elite 8. Sorry,
we were in the Elite 8.
Yeah, Elite 8.
First year team, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's sweet, dude. And then so what was it? UNLV beat who? Or it was it Adrian beat Minot?
Yeah,
and then
which was a crazy game too that I watched.
And then UNLV who Liberty?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then UNLV won in the final. So yeah, props to UNLV. Dude, you see them at Vegas's rink in Vegas, just like shouting them out. So cool. And they had the watch party going as well. It was sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It was pretty sweet.
They need a D1 team, dude.
I think they're gonna go in the next couple of years for sure.
Yeah, they must.
They should keep their ACHA team though. Because realistically, how many of those guys are going to go D1, right?
Probably none of them. Like when it's an ACHA, like
maybe a few. Like maybe a few will be like
such a jump. You never know though. I don't know where a lot of those guys played. Like if they have a bunch
of
those
guys who played D1.
Oh, real? Oh, dude. Then yes. Then never mind. Then yeah. Then for sure.
Like their starting goalie played New Hampshire for 4 years. And he played 3 games in 4 years, right? But he's still a D1 player.
Yeah, no, still counts, yeah. So okay, so then a few probably could, but yeah, I think it would definitely you don't want to abandon the ACHA team when they're like what got you there, you know?
Yeah, that's what Lindenwood ended up doing.
Yeah, they got a D2 team still though, at least.
They have a D2 team still. They just actually won. They won the D2 Natty.
Yeah, shout out to Lindenwood too.
Yeah. But yeah, no, the tournament was pretty cool. It was fun. Not much more to add there.
No, that's awesome, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Jungle Hockey Podcast. Episode 34. The KI Player Polls are here.
Oh, yes, they are.
I'm joined by Mr. Owen Elson.
Hey, buddy.
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to go too.
We got a lot of shit to talk about and not a lot of time to talk about it, so we got to jump into it right away.
Okay, well, I don't know. What should we start with, dude? There's so much here.
Let's go Grizzlies! I just picked Princeton. I picked Princeton to fucking jinx them. Good job.
No, I think you technically had
Revy. Did I?
I think you picked Revy.
Did I have Revy technically?
Let me see.
I was like giving Princeton a shot though, wasn't I?
You said it could go either way. You had Revy in 7 technically.
Okay. They played their backup and he got 2 shutouts in 3 games.
Yeah, that's sick, dude.
Dude, I don't even know if he's gonna. I think he might play. He might play in the 3rd round.
Wow, dude.
They got Hunter Mile now, so
if you didn't have faith in Fernie, your bracket would be perfect right now in the KI.
Seriously?
Yeah. Oh, real quick, before we get into this, speaking of brackets, did you do a March Madness bracket this year?
No, I didn't.
Dude, I went 29 for 32.
That's pretty good.
To start. And then I went, after that, the next day I went 7 for 8, and then I went 6 for 8.
That's pretty good.
And I didn't
Do you have like a rank?
No, because I just did it like some app called Bracket Tracker. I'm just in a pool with like other people in this app, so I don't think it would be like on the official, connected to the official website or anything, which kind of sucks because I would like to see where I'm at, but I haven't had a single team lose that I didn't have losing the next game anyways. So it's like all my Elite 8 picks are still alive, Final 4, like it's So
you've predicted up to this point like pretty well.
Yeah, there was one. I think the last game was the first one that I have winning one more game. What was it?
Do you get the games down there?
Yeah, I haven't been watching a whole lot. I've just been like keeping track on the app. But I had Iowa State beating Ole Miss, and then I also had Iowa State beating Michigan State. So that's the only team I've had that's like supposed to lose again. So shout out to Ole Miss, but Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the March Madness bracket because my bracket's been on fire. I'm winning my pool by quite a bit right now, so hopefully I can get a few bucks off that.
You win money? How much you go in for?
I don't know. It was like 15. It's my dad's pool. There's like 15 people, and it was like $20 entry. So I don't know.
Still, that's pretty. That's a peg.
Like
That's
$300
nice.
bucks.
That'd be pretty good.
300, maybe not quite, but yeah, no, it's all right. But anyways, buddy, yeah, do you want to just get right into recapping the playoffs? The last time, so when me and Cheney recorded,
right in the KI.
Yeah, when me and Cheney recorded the KIs, I don't even know if the first round was done yet. I think there was
basically the second round is finished up in the KIJHL.
Yeah, so recap the whole second round because the first round was done. The first round was done.
The first round was done.
We were waiting for the second round to start.
All right.
So give the KI quick, and then I'll do the pitch.
The second round, I guess the Elite Eight of the KIJHL one. We'll start with the boring side. The Grand Forks Boulder Bruins swept the Beaver Valley Nighthawks with a notable 8-7 win in Game 2. A 4-3 win in double overtime for Game 3, and then a 6-2 statement win in Game 4 for Grand Forks. Do you think Kimbo even stops them, Owen?
No, I don't. I think Kimbo can give them a good fight, but I don't think they're stopping them.
They beat Columbia Valley in 5 games. The only game Columbia Valley won was 5-1 in Game 3. Every other game was 5-4 Kimbo over Columbia Valley, 2-1 Kimbo in the first 2 games. So that's 2-0. And then Columbia Valley comes back with a 5-1 win. Kimbo in the last 2 games beats them 5-2 and 4-1 respectively. Not much to go on to there. I mean, that's going to be a good series though. I think Kimberly and Grand Forks.
Yeah.
But the fucking 100 Mile House Wranglers, Owen, have made it to the Final Four of the KIJHL for the first time since 2016, I think.
And you predicted it.
And I did predict it. I predicted over the Kamloops Storm. So Kamloops, they split their first 2 games. They split the next 2 games. And then 100 Mile wins a 2-1 game at home. And they go to Kamloops that Saturday night, win 3-2 against Kamloops. I don't know what to expect really when it comes to that side of the Doug Burks, really, because we'll find out the first game against Revelstoke, because they'll either think 100 Mile's a joke and drop a game or 2 by accident, or they'll just sweep them. So it's either or. Moving on to the series that everyone wanted to see. Probably one of the biggest rivalries in this league for the last 4 years. Princeton versus Revelstoke. Revelstoke gets it done in 6 games.
Yeah.
There was 4 of the 6 games were shutouts.
That's crazy.
I know. Some really good goaltending. 3-0 Princeton off the rip. Revelstoke comes back with a 3-2 win in Princeton. Princeton comes back with a 4-0 win against Revy.
In Revelstoke,
in Revy.
So when I saw that, I was like, ooh, that's not looking good for Revy.
I was like, oh my God, not good. Next game's huge. They switched to the backup, Devin Dagestein. I think that's how you say his name. They pull off a 1-0 win at home against Princeton. I think he had like 45 shots. It was absolutely ridiculous. They go back to Princeton, win 5-2, and they just got the energy. Come back to Revy. Dagestein gets it done again with his second shutout in 3 games. A 3-0 win against Princeton to seal the deal. Owen, unreal, man. I don't know if you can stop. I don't know. I think Revy's going to the final, man. I think it's
for sure. I think they're definitely
pretty on there.
I think a Revy Grand Forks final would be unbelievable.
That's a fucking long drive.
Yeah. Also, how do you say the goalie's name?
Dagestein?
Okay, so I would just want to shout out. He won the Star of the Week for the goalie in the KIJHL
who
as
else
well.
got Star of the Week?
I believe it was Tyler Burke for the forward, and I forget my name, but it was a defenseman on Grand Forks as well. I think.
So almost a Grand Forks sweep there.
Yeah.
Logan McCabe.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks.
Dagenstein, maybe.
Yeah. All right. Well, is that it for the KI then?
Yeah, 131 of 134. He stopped Owen in 3 games. That's fucking insane, dude. That's nuts. Just like he's just on fire, man. Wow. Do you go back? You just got to start him against 100 Mile, eh?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. We are going to be doing the first half of the KI player polls now, and the second half, including the good stuff, at the end of the episode. So you guys actually got to listen. Be sure to download the episode too while you're at it. But anyways, Joe, have you seen any of these results yet?
No, you haven't sent me shit. I've been really, really jumping at the bit to fucking see these things.
Okay. Joe, let's start with the cockiest team in the KIJHL.
Dude, can you send it to me first, please? I just want to see it.
Oh, fuck, sorry.
Can you send it to me? I haven't seen it yet. Download the fucking pod, too, by the way.
Download the pod and review it.
It's the best way. Oh, yeah. How many 5-star reviews do we have?
34 on Spotify. Okay,
rate us 5 stars on Spotify, too. But also fucking download it, because that's the best way to support us, I'd say, at this moment in time.
Joe, so just real quick, too, our old downloads record was of 115. 2 of our last 4 episodes have over 200.
That's great, man.
Our average streams are about 600 to 1,000. It can vary quite a bit.
Damn.
Those same two episodes have over 2,500. Like
2,500.
Yeah,
dude,
bro.
we're killing it, bro.
The numbers have actually been going crazy lately. I'm not gonna lie.
And we've been posting less. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, we actually have. Hey, we just gotta. Yeah, I gotta start posting more clips. I posted a clip of our interview with Cage the other day, and it actually did good. So we just need more clips.
It's quality over quantity.
True, dude. Honestly. But yeah. Okay. We're starting at the bottom. Oh yeah, real quick. Okay. Oh, I forgot to write how many responses we got. I think we had 398 responses to the KI player poll.
Holy fuck.
We might have had over 400. I can't remember.
But here's the thing. I'm already seeing this. 398 responses or whatever. Some aren't voted for.
Some people literally skipped the whole thing. They just clicked on it and skipped the whole thing.
They just opened it and then just skipped the whole thing.
But so yeah, most of our questions have about 150 to 200 answers.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah, so we're gonna start with cockiest team at the bottom. We're gonna leave the no trade list question for the end because that's a new one we added just for the KI.
No trade list.
Yeah, that was well. And remember, these polls are in collaboration with the KI Sniper. The KI Sniper did a ton of work, sent them out. He's making all the graphics. So shout out to the KI Sniper.
The no trade list, you already know.
I know, basically. But it's funny. It's funny. Okay. So cockiest team. In first place with 25 votes out of 160 or 15% of the votes, the Princeton Posse, followed by the Grand Forks Bruins with 13.75% of the votes, and the Quesnel River Rush in third with 15 out of 160 for 9.3%.
Quesnel, eh?
Quesnel, I guess. Yeah, maybe Bennett was running his mouth too much this year.
Basically just all the sick teams and then Quesnel.
Yeah, and then Kimberly and Revelstoke both have about 7% in fourth and fifth. On to the next one here, Joe. Most annoying coach. What do you think about what you're seeing?
Oh here? Man, oh no. I can see why he won this one, dude. Did you read what this guy said about us after we won fucking Moat that one year or whatever?
No, what did he say?
He was like, we beat them in the final after we lost in the semis, right? But we hosted. Yeah. And then we played, and he was chirping us about in the paper about fucking. He was like, we were really, really tired. He basically said they were really tired, and we played the team that had 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
He was using that as an excuse for the fourth game in 4 days. Everyone's tired. Come on. Anyways, this kind of gives it away, but fucking let it rip.
Most annoying coach. I forgot to write his name down next to it, but Kimberly's coach, one most annoying coach with 11.3%. Derek Stewart with 11.3%. Revelstoke not far behind him. So that Joe was that Yuri Novak.
Yeah.
10.7%.
That might have been Petro too. Or no, Petro quit. I don't know.
The thing is, I have the coaches' names written down for other questions. Just I forgot to write them for this one.
Oh, okay. Shout out Petro, man. He was a great coach. He might have pissed off the other team a little bit too much with his chirping.
Fair enough. And then with 9.3% of the votes, Grand Forks comes third. Quesnel and Fernie are fourth and fifth, but not a very notable amount of votes to even mention.
So 3 solid teams as well.
Yeah, 3. For hockey's team, it was only 2. It was just Princeton and Grand Forks, and then a bit of a gap. And then for coach, it's Kimberly Revy. Best nickname. We had 144 votes for this one.
I feel like this is just whatever team
responds the most.
Like ends up responding the most. Yeah.
Yeah, probably. But we got.
How do you even say that guy's name?
I'm gonna do my best. Please correct me, and my apologies for saying it wrong. We got, oh geez, dude, some of these names we might not be able to say. Arix Seifker, and the nickname is Milk. Second, we got Tate Rigel.
This is a good one, though.
With the nickname
say this one.
Rigtard. His name's Rigel, okay? So we're just reading the votes. So sorry, Seifker with Milk won with 5 votes, and then we got a 3-way tie for second. So that's Tate Rigel as Rigtard, Theo Naidu as Money Shot. I don't know what that one's from. How is this one even a nickname? Riley Ends as Beauty. I don't even know how that's a nickname.
I think that's just them chirping him, whatever.
Probably. And then Asher Lucas is Showtime, which is a sick nickname, but I mean, not very original. I didn't love the nickname. Rigtard was funny, but I didn't love the rest of it.
Rigtard is sick. Rigtard is definitely way better. We should probably cut this one next year.
Yeah, I think we'll cut nickname next year unless people don't really reply that they don't want it cut. We got a repeat. Well, I guess he didn't win this one. The Rigtard. We got. Okay, yeah.
He won by a landslide.
How did he win it by this much? Most likely to miss an open net. Tate Rigel, a.k.a. the Rigtard, with 9.6% of the votes on this one. Nolan Struick comes second with 6 votes. Trent Thiessen with 4, tied with Walker Overwater 4. Tyson Anderson with 3. So by a mile, Tate Rigel wins this one. Most likely to fall in warm-up. This one, the winner is Trent Thiessen with 9 votes, which is only 5.8%. So he didn't win by a ton. Followed by Connor Martell, who had 6 votes. Tyson Anderson with 5. And then Austin Woolley, shout out Woolley, one of our first guests, tied with Tyler Burke with 4.
For 4.
Worst sty in the league. Jonah Fournier wins with 11 votes. Sorry, Joe?
I don't know any of these guys except Tyler Burke.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so Jonah Fournier wins with 11 votes or 7%, followed by Dawson Harding with 10 votes or 6.4%. And then a bit of a gap. Ashton Angle had 6 votes, and Tyler Burke and Luke Beletsky both had 5 for the worst sty. Funniest guy in the league. We got Matthew Hufty winning with 12 out of 161 votes, which is 7.4%, followed by Ryan Crow with 10 votes, Walker Overwater with 8, Wyatt Ball with 7, and Asher McWay with 6. Now we're getting into that was kind of just the goofy ones. Now we're getting into the more legit ones. We got the best GM. Joe, this guy won by a landslide. What do you think?
I know, man. Double than the next guy.
Double.
This guy he definitely knows how to fucking win. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
He knows how to fucking get the job done.
For sure. So Revelstoke's GM Ryan Parent, aka RP, with 40 votes.
Everyone knows RP.
Everyone knows RP. So 26.5% of the vote. So a landslide, he won this by.
He had double the amount of votes as the next guy.
Yeah, and then the next three guys were all really close in votes, but next one is, I'm going to try and pronounce it right, Dave Hnatiuk had 20 votes or 13%, followed by Torrin White of Princeton, who had 18 votes or 11.9%. Brian McNaney of Nelson with 16 votes or 10%, and Derek Stewart of Kimberly with 15 votes or 9.9%. So, RP wins by a landslide, but pretty close after that with the next four guys. On to the best coach. Joe, what do you think about this one? Just by looking at it, we actually had a tie for first place.
It makes sense. I think the guy at the top of the list there should be number one. He's coached there for fucking 50 years. Okay. Oh, and he's been the coach for so long. He has to be good at his job if he's keeping a job for that long.
Okay, fair enough. So we have a tie for first place for the best coach in the league. So both with 18.5%, Terry Jones of Beaver Valley and Dave Hnatiuk of Grand Forks. In third, we have Yuri Novak of Revelstoke
who's also a great coach. He runs a great fucking system.
Yeah.
He knows how to win.
Gotcha. So he had 17% or 27 votes. So not a big gap between him and the top two either. And then we have Torrin White of Princeton with 21 votes or 13.4%. And we got our guy Wes McLeod in fifth with 15 votes or 9.6%. Shout out Wes. Moving on to, just a kind of a fun one. Again, we got biggest beauty in the league. So Cash Anderson, I believe, what was he on, Cornell?
He was on Cornell, yeah.
And Cornell's leading scorer with 8.1% or 12 votes, followed by Nathan White. That's Revy, right, Joe?
Yep. Yeah.
Whiter. Yeah. So followed by Nathan White with 5.4% or 8 votes, Tyler Burke 7 votes, Matthew Soretsky 6, and Riley Enns 5 for biggest beauty. This was also one I believe we added just for the KI. Worst jerseys.
This is a good one.
This is a landslide of a winner.
This is right.
Landslide of a winner for worst jerseys with 100 Mile House Wranglers, 168 votes, and they got 42 of them, 25%. Second worst.
Almost as big of a fucking win as best GM.
Yeah, I think, there just wasn't as much of a gap, but they have more votes technically.
Yeah.
Sensing a bit of a theme, it's kind of like, besides 100 Mile, the worst teams all got votes here. Maybe you need good jerseys
you're
to
right.
have a good team. The Golden Rockets come second in worst jerseys, mentioned 28 times for 16%.
I don't mind Golden jerseys.
I don't think they're that bad.
I don't mind them. I don't think they're that bad.
And then we got...
These ones are bad, though.
Castlegar. They look like the Anaheim Ducks shitty ones, right?
They have the fucking cartoon character on them. What the fuck is his name? The guy with the mustache, and he has like the two guns.
Isn't that Kimbo's?
They look retarded. No, that's Kimbo's is like a dynamiter. That's like a dynamite thing. It was nice. It's like the old but the other one, there's a couple. There's one that's really bad.
Isn't that, don't they call him Yosemite Sam?
Yeah, those ones are bad.
Right. Okay, I see. I think the ones that just have the R and are like the Anaheim Ducks looking jerseys are shit.
Those aren't bad.
I think they're brutal.
But these ones, the one that says Rebels, are you still looking at the same thing that I am?
Yeah, I am, yeah. But yeah, and then, Castlegar 14% or 24 votes. The Chase Heat, which I don't think their jerseys are that bad. I guess they could be improved upon. Like, I like the Calgary, like, red and gold jerseys. Maybe they could do something more like that, but then that's kind of like Golden's a bit. 22 out of 168 votes. They came fourth, 13%. And Spokane, I think this is literally just like because they're Spokane, comes fifth with 7% of the votes for the worst jerseys. And then we'll move on to best jerseys. And this one was really close for first place. And then after that, a bit of a drop. But the Fernie Ghost Riders win with 28 votes or 17%.
I agree. These jerseys are sick.
Yeah. Fair, dude.
Yeah, they're sick.
I agree. Their logo too. Like I like them a lot.
That's fire.
And then Revy, obviously a no-brainer. Sick jerseys. especially your alt. So they get 27 votes, one less than Fernie, 16.4%. And there's a bit of a drop, and the Nelson Leafs.
Nice tarp too.
Yeah, kind of like the Toronto St. Pat's ones a bit in a way.
Yep.
So they get 18 votes or 10.9%. Princeton.
I don't like this next one. I don't love
No?
Princeton's jerseys.
Princeton.
There's a couple that are
votes.
there's a couple that are nice, but like there's like a mustard yellow one that you used to wear, or like mustard green. I did not like that much.
Okay, I like their main one,
but like their main ones are nice. Yeah, I'll give them that. Like their brown one.
Yeah. So yeah, they get 9.75% or 16 votes, and then a Soyuz comes in fifth with 14 votes or 8.5%. Do we stop it there, or do we do? No, let's do a couple more.
Let's do a couple more player-related ones here.
Yeah, so we'll start off with the most underrated player, which actually I thought we would get more. Like, there was a lot of votes for different people on this one. Like, this one was really spread out, which I thought it would, kind of be like more of a front runner. But the winner of the most underrated player in the PJ, actually, let's do it in reverse order. That's a little bit more fun. In fifth place, we got Brandon Gray with 7 votes or 4% of the votes. In fourth, we got Cameron, sorry if I pronounced it wrong, Owen, with 8 votes or 5%. We got Hunter Hansen with 9 votes or 5.8%. Cash Anderson with 10 votes or like 6.5%. And the winner of most underrated player in the KIJHL is Ashton Angle with 12 out of 156 votes, 7.5%.
This guy had 46 points in 37 games for Sicky, and I haven't heard of him once. He played double A.
I haven't heard of him either. That's disgusting. What?
He was almost half a goal per game, Owen.
That's gross.
46 points in 37 games. I've never heard of this guy. That's a great pick, guys. Good fucking.
Yeah, great pick.
Good
and
job.
He's only 19 too.
Yeah, he's going to come back for a 20-year-old year.
Yeah. Wow.
Too bad he's on Sicky.
It up, man. Sicky was good this year, though.
Well, they're probably not going to go tier 1, are they? I guess it doesn't matter for him. It's 20 next year.
Yeah, true.
Huh. Really underrated. Good for him.
Great pick. Yeah, I do like that pick. And then like Cash Anderson, I mean, maybe because he was in Quinnell, didn't get a ton of recognition. So I think that's probably a solid pick too.
He went D3 though. He's all right.
He's going D3? Is that I saw he committed,
yeah,
but it was D3, not ACHA.
Yeah,
okay.
D3.
Yeah. And I mean, so Cash Anderson wins biggest beauty and second and most underrated. That's some pretty good ones. As for most overrated, this is a bit of a funny one.
This is a landslide, dude.
This is a landslide win, but well, I guess we can't spoil it, but yeah. But like I'm looking at all these names and like the 5 guys on here are just 5 of the best players in the league. It's kind of like the Pidge one.
But the thing is, like, you gotta think this right, Owen, because if guys have controversial opinions about good players, like players at the top of the league, they're gonna talk about them more because they're at the top of the league.
Right. No, that's a good point.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
But
no,
this
that's
is
fair.
Outrageous for the amount of votes that he got. I think that's
crazy.
30. That's like 33% of the vote.
33.
That's fucking insane.
So let's go in reverse order though. So Ethan Davey, who I believe is on 100 Mile, who's been having a great playoffs, comes 5th and most overrated, 8 votes, 4.8%. Matthew Langdon of Princeton comes 4th.
That was goal per game.
Yeah, like overrated. Yeah, right. With 10 out of 165 votes, 6%. Tyler Burke of Grand Forks comes 3rd, 14 votes, or 8.5%. And then a big gap up to 2nd, Tristan Wheel, reigning league MVP, who had 22 votes or 13%. And then a massive gap to 1st place.
30 votes. Owen.
You mean 30%?
No, 30 more votes.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry. 30 more votes than 2nd.
In 2nd place. More than 2nd actually got. 2nd had 22 votes. 30 more votes
Dude, more than second, third, fourth, and fifth combined.
Yeah.
Or maybe just shy, but it's close. More than second, third, and fourth combined, at least. With 52 out of 165 votes, or 32%. Levi Astiel of the Grand Forest Border Bruins. The guy had 90 points this year. Will probably win MVP.
He had the most points I've ever seen in the KI.
Yeah.
There's a good shot. I mean, dude, the guy put up the most points. Of course, people are going to say, this guy's overrated. Because people probably think he's the next coming Jesus Christ. He put up fucking 90 points.
Yeah.
In the KI. I don't even know if, that's
and
crazy.
He's an 05, isn't he? He's not even a 20.
Yeah, he's going to come back for next year.
And then, with Astiel, too, people might say, he got a shit ton of his points against Spokane. I forget. I did the math a while back. If you take away the points against Spokane, he's still leading the league by quite a bit. He's still his points per game doesn't. Yes, he got a lot against Spokane, but he didn't get drastically that much more than he got against most teams.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers were pretty crazy, regardless. So he's sick. I'm surprised he's here.
Yeah.
I don't know. You want to do one more? You want to do worst and best atmosphere quick?
Yeah, let's do worst and best atmosphere and then cut it.
Okay, so we'll do.
This is a pretty easy list though. It's just
Yeah. So in fifth place, the Kelowna Chiefs, 17 votes. In fourth, the Soyuz Coyotes, 18 votes. In third, the Sicamous Eagles, 25 votes. But
snooze fest,
dude. Good thing Soyuz is tier 1 with.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's fucking ridiculous. It's a library.
Second, the Spokane Braves, 32 votes. And in first, my favorite KI team, the Chase Heat, get voted the worst atmosphere in the
loudest
KIJHL.
Fucking horn, though.
Loudest horn. So that all the old people in the stands can hear it, Joe.
Can hear it. Make sure that they scored.
So they got 22% of the votes, 36 out of 166 on that one. As for best atmosphere, it's so obvious though, who's going to win some of these. Nelson gets 5 votes in fifth, so it's not very many total. Princeton gets 6 votes in fourth, not very many total. Kimberly gets 10 votes in third, it's 6%. In second place, the Fernie Ghost Riders get 47 votes, or 29%. Too bad they got bounced in the first round this year by CV. Crazy that happened. And then in first, winning by quite a bit, probably the most votes yet for a single question, with 38% of the votes, the Revelstoke Grizzlies win the best atmosphere in the KIJHL. And that's just no surprise, right?
No, I don't think so. I think you could argue Fernie's is pretty good, dude.
No, yeah. Well, it was close. Fernie was up there.
Also, you got to think that some of the teams on that side of the league didn't vote as much.
Yeah, true. Good point to bring up. This NHL season has been as predictable as a puck rolling on its edge. No one knows where it's going. But that just means there's time for your favorite team to figure things out, and games left for you to get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting on something simple, like picking a team to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, select your team, and place your first bet. And if you're new to DraftKings, listen up. New customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code THPN. That's code THPN for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ice.
Wonderful.
Well, I guess I'll hop into the pitch. So I think the last time we talked, I think Ridge had just finished sweeping Chilliwack.
That was the last. That was I wasn't there for that.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think Ridge just finished sweeping Chilliwack. In game 3, Theo Kochan of Ridge had 4 goals. This guy in playoffs, Joe, I swear, he must have had, so we played them, we lost him 5 one year and then 4 the next year. I think he had 7 of the game winners in those 9 games.
Yeah.
They would have won 8. So he probably had 6 game winners. He scored on us in overtime twice. Like the amount of goals he scored against us in those playoffs. So I was just like, playoff Theo Kochan is just, or it might be pronounced Teo. Maybe, I'm not sure. Hey, Ridge, if any Ridge guys want to correct me if I said it wrong there, I'm going to keep saying Theo for now, but if I'm wrong, correct me. And then again I guess I'm getting a bit ahead of myself there. And then Delta takes down Richmond in 5. Delta was up 3-0. Richmond got 1, and then it was over. There was just nothing they could do. Delta was just a better team, and we looked like fools for what we were predicting about Delta. Goyer told us right at the start of playoffs how big of fools we were, and he has also been a main reason proving that right. So we'll move on into the PJHL finals. Delta Ridge. Ridge is down in game 1, storms back to tie it, and then in overtime they get the win. OT winner, shocker, it was Theo Kochan. He had 2 goals. He had 2 goals and an assist in game 1 where they won. So no surprise there. Game 2, Delta in Ridge beats them 3-1, which just like a good. I mean, there's an empty netter there. Ridge actually had an AP score their only goal unassisted. So Merrick Erickson has just been a brick wall so far in this series.
I should have never fucking doubt. I've been saying that for so long, Owen.
Yeah.
Never fucking doubt Merrick Erickson. Has been unreal.
So he stopped 33 of 34. Nick Goyer gets the game winner on the second goal there. And then this one, I was like, holy shit. So Ridge is up 2-0. Ridge is up 2-0 in a few minutes into the second period. Goyer leading the way, scores a goal. Delta scored 4 goals in just over 3 minutes.
Man.
Took a 4-2 lead, and they capped it off with an empty netter. That was it. Mateo Schoberg had a couple of those. He's been unbelievable. Grady Lenton had 3 assists. He's been unbelievable. So it's currently 2-1 for Delta, which I think a lot of people would have had Ridge. And just a few of the top performers in playoffs. Grady Lenton, 14 goals and 21 assists in 14 games. Mateo Schoberg, 12 goals and 17 assists in 14 games. For Ridge, Nolan Boucher's got 21 points in 12 games. LaGrange and Cochin both have 20.
Drury commit.
Yes, sir. Ty Hemingway of Delta, 21 points in 14 games as a defenseman. And then Nick Goyer, 9 goals in 14 games as a D-man and 5 assists to go along with it. So he's been rolling at a point per game click. But if you look at the scoring after those first 6 guys, basically the first line of each team. Well, no, actually, because Hemingway's a D-man. So, if you look at the scoring after the first 6 guys, and then shout out Will Ho, 17 points in 10 games for the playoffs for Richmond as well. After that, everyone's just like point per game. It's these top guys are like 2.5, 2 points per game. And then after that, there's a big drop and it's kind of just like point per game.
Fair enough, dude.
So these guys have been on fire. Game 4 is tonight. Delta takes a 3-1 lead. That would be crazy. Game is in Delta, good. I believe, if they could actually get the ice time for it.
What a fucking joke.
I would assume it's in Delta. But anyway, so that's how the pitch is going. And then as for the VIJHL, Peninsula sweeps Gary Park.
No.
Right after we have Cage Star on. And
no.
Dude, some of the replies.
I did not know that. You just shocked the shit out of me.
Yeah, Peninsula swept them. And they beat them pretty
was
good
it
in
close?
A few of the games. Let me just double check. I think it was
Wait, hold on. Who's winning, Ridge or Delta, Owen?
Fuck, dude. Like Delta looks unstoppable. So the difference maker right now, like I think Ridge is a better team, but Merrick Erickson is the difference maker right now. So I'm gonna go Delta, but could go either way.
Whoever wins the game tonight is gonna win the series.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point to say. Like I can't really decide, but right now, like Merrick's been the X factor, so I'll go with Delta. But it could completely switch tonight. Yeah. So for Peninsula Kerry Park, it was 5-4 Peninsula game 1, 7-1 Peninsula game 2, 5-1 Peninsula game 3, 5-3 Peninsula game 4. So
their goalie must have played unreal. 2
kind of close games, 2 blowouts. And then as for the other series, that was Port Alberni versus Campbell River. Port Alberni tried their best, but they ended up losing in, was it 6?
No.
Yeah,
that was my team to win it all. Since
they
the start.
They played well. Like that was a tough, and like they lost game 4 in double OT. So like they win that, and it's going to 7.
Fuck.
So props to Port Alberni on a great season, but yeah, that was Campbell River was just too much of a force. And then so far in the finals, the game 1 was the other night. Campbell River had a 2-0 lead all game. Peninsula scores 4 goals in the third period to win game 1. So Peninsula's up 1-0 in the VI finals right now. I got Peninsula winning the whole thing, but Campbell River's also a great team. Could go either way for sure.
Fucking go Panthers.
Yeah, sure. Go Panthers. Yeah. But yeah, dude, I got the amount of replies I got when Kerry Park got swept of people being like, fuck those guys, like cocky ass team, like shit like that. So many like guys around the VI, like lots
Did
of
Star throw down or what?
I don't know if Star threw down or not. I mean, I'm not going to go through every box score right now, but maybe he did. I don't know. But yeah, by the way, great interview. If you guys haven't checked that out, what a beauty with Cage Star. Unreal episode.
Yeah, good guy. Good guy in general.
Yeah, for sure.
Really fun. Really fun. Kept him around for the rest of the pod just because of how amazing he was to keep on there.
Yeah, he was just pretty a beauty. Good. So that's that. And then, dude, we had some pretty crazy news, like stuff that we've been reporting for a long time that we knew was going to happen, but pretty groundbreaking news overall. And that's the Chilliwack and Penticton WHL situation, which
that's true,
has become a bit of a. Oh, sorry. Last thing about the VI. Carson Brown committed to the University of Jamestown, Joey. So if you guys play them next year, look out.
Carson Brown,
100 points, VIJHL MVP on Kerry Park.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. So just congrats to him for committing to the University of Jamestown. Hasn't officially been announced yet, but we got a little inside info on that. Hearing that he committed. So
what did he just tell you?
No, he didn't tell me. Like I posted about it and then he replied, but no, he didn't tell me.
Okay.
As for the WHL, so big announcement the other day. Officially welcoming the Penticton Vs as the 25th WHL franchise. As far as I know, the current Penticton Vs ownership is just basically transitioning them to the WHL. It's the same owners. They are still going to be the Penticton Vs, same rink.
They're going to do logos, same everything.
Yeah, same everything. There's going to be an expansion draft, so they're going to get to take a player from every team. Yeah. Expansion draft, which is super interesting. At least that's what I've heard. And so they're going to be replacing the BCHL team there. As for the BCHL team, apparently the owners of the Penticton Vs, who now will own the WHL team, it's the same guys, they are also keeping their BCHL team's rights or ownership rights. So essentially they are going to be allowed to, I wouldn't even call it a relocation because the Penticton Vs are now a WHL franchise, but they still have BCHL ownership. So apparently they're looking to relocate and also own a BCHL team elsewhere. I've heard rumors of Nelson. Don't think that's going to happen. I hope Nelson keeps their KI team because they got tier 1. So I don't think that's going to happen, but I've heard rumors of Nelson. But yeah, they're keeping. So whether they end up with a new BCHL team or not, I'm not sure. But it sounds like they are keeping the BCHL rights just in case, but not as the Penticton Vs.
In case they want to just pop up another team somewhere else.
Yeah.
That league just seems like a lawless land.
Yeah, right.
Like
totally
you can just keep your keep your team and then pop one up wherever the hell you want. Like, fuck me. That's the sort of fucking rules.
It's interesting. As for Chilliwack, this is a way crazier situation. So basically for Chilliwack, so Penticton's going to be in the league next year, 25-26. As for Chilliwack, they have initiated a franchise application process to begin in 26-27. So there's no official ownership yet, but they did like a big announcement announcing Chilliwack as the 26th franchise. They're basically just waiting to see who ends up being the owner. Who the owner will be, I'm not sure. I've heard Aquilini might want the WHL team, because initially we were hearing Aquilini might buy the Chiefs and move them to Abbotsford, but it sounds like Aquilini might want the WHL team. So
this is fucking crazy, because
we have guys
on the
dude.
It's like there's guys in the organization that don't even know about this shit.
Yeah, like, I know.
It's fucking crazy.
And there's a lot since you told me about what that guy was saying. Like, lots more has come out, and I'm like, yeah, that's
fucked.
So yeah, in a press conference today, they said, we made a mistake. We can't change what happened, but we're here today to make amends for it. Talking about the Chilliwack Bruins relocation in 2011, that broke my heart, made me cry as a little child.
Dude, I had the fucking hockey cards. I still have the hockey cards.
I still have all the hockey cards.
Chilliwack Bruins.
Shout out.
Those are the fucking.
Sorry,
man.
Shout out Ryan House. What a
Ryan House.
Who
was the other guy?
Twice.
Oh, what the fuck was that? Who's the
there
other guy?
There was a few, name? Dude. Oscar Moeller.
Roman Horak.
Roman Horak.
Horak was
filthy. But my favorite when I first started watching was Oscar Moeller, who I think he's still playing in the SHL. Might have just retired even. But what a stud he was, Oscar Moeller.
I love Roman Horak.
And Ryan House are my true first two hockey idols.
Well, you can't score. We've got
Gore. Lucas Gore.
Lucas Gore was the fucking man, too.
He was kind of a sieve, but...
He was a sieve. I remember going to a game one time, and he let in, like, the first 4 shots and got pulled. It was, like, Caleb Mitchell's birthday.
Yeah.
And the box seats. And we were like, we were so pumped to go watch the game.
That's so funny, dude. I remember
fucking Gore let in the first 4 shots, and we got shit on fucking Caleb Mitchell's 11th birthday or something.
Yeah, exactly. Would have been younger than that, bro. Would have been younger than that.
Whatever, however old we were, 9th birthday, 8th birthday, whatever,
something like that. They relocated in 2011, so we would have been 9. So probably 8 or 9. Yeah.
We had the box seats and everything. It was such a big deal. Nope.
But anyways, so I'm really glad Chilliwack's getting a team. That makes me very happy. Another what was I just gonna say about that? Another thing, we heard that like PG could be relocating there. Doesn't sound like that's happening. Which is great. It's PG needs a team. But even more so, like when Chilliwack's thing got announced, we were like, what's happening with the BCHL team? Because we heard that the BCHL team was going to be relocated to Abbotsford. Now it sounds like they're not actually relocated to Abbotsford, based on what I've heard from a few people. And then it got announced, I believe this morning, that the ownership of the Chilliwack Coliseum will be transferred from Chiefs Development Group, aka the Chilliwack Chiefs, to the city of Chilliwack on May 1st, 2025.
That was known. That was known.
Yeah. So
I knew about that, because they were talking about that. It was gradually, like, slowly becoming the cities, like, percentage wise. But it was 100% the Chiefs, and then it slowly became, just because the Chiefs don't make that much money, they can't afford it. It's a fucking huge rink.
Yeah.
Right. Sick. But eventually it's a sick rink. But they were talking about how they've slowly been buying into it more and more, and then now it's confirmed to be fully municipal now.
Yeah. So basically, the city of Chilliwack can just kick out the Chiefs when the dub team's ready, if the Chiefs can't find somewhere to relocate to before that.
I mean, that does mean that, but
it does.
Yeah.
They're not keeping both. So, don't know what's going to happen to the Chilliwack Chiefs, but seems like the BCHL is in a little bit of trouble. Another thing is, apparently they're pumping it was either $3 or $4.7 million into upgrades for the Chilliwack Coliseum to make it even better, which it's already
how do you even make that place more sick?
So sick. It's such a sick rink, but crazy stuff happening with the BCHL and WHL. Just kind of I guess a couple more rumors that we've heard. I actually forgot to talk about a couple of these, just to get back into some PJ and KI talk. Also, the whole tier 1 thing we haven't even talked about yet. Everything got announced for that. Fucking crazy.
Oh yeah. Right.
So before we talk about that, since the PJ and KI are splitting into tier 1, tier 2, the tier 2 leagues are going to be pretty small right now. Well, I guess more so the KI, but the PJs. Apparently Cloverdale. So we were talking about how White Rock might be relocating to Cloverdale to the new rink. I think it sounds like White Rock's staying put and Cloverdale is getting an expansion team. Don't know when, but it sounds like Cloverdale.
Either way, Cloverdale's going to get a rink.
Exactly. Which I think makes perfect sense. It's just another team for that area too. You already got Surrey, White Rock, like Langley. It'll be good for that. Nice and keeps it nice and close. And
tier 2 or tier 1 team?
Tier 2 team. Yeah.
Tier 2 team.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got some more info about that. Another thing, Joe. Are they
just going to call tier 2 teams Junior B?
I hope so, because tier 2 sounds so stupid. But for now, it's going to be tier 2 at least because there's still going to be another year for a couple of the PJ teams to get bumped up, and another year for the KI teams to get bumped up too, right? So we'll talk about all that in a minute. Another thing, the KIJHL, I've heard rumors of a tier 2 expansion team in Rossland, which looks like it actually is a pretty sick rink.
Is that Fruitvale? That's where Beaver Valley is. It's where Beaver Valley is. It's like right there.
Maybe, but I mean that just adds another team nearby, and those teams are going to be tier 1 now, anyways. So, but yeah, I've heard about an expansion team in Rossland, tier 2 for the KIJHL. Rossland's more like Trail, Joe.
Oh, okay.
Fruitvale's on the other side of Trail. So yeah, Rossland's west and Fruitvale's east. Is Fruitvale where Beaver Valley plays, technically? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, so it's on the opposite side of Trail.
Okay.
Yeah. So could be a KI tier 2 team ended up in Rossland. That one's a little more of a loose rumor. Not 100% sure of that. Also, just one more thing. So when we talked about Powell River potentially being the 7th team, right, and joining the PJHL, BCHC, whatever you want to call it for now, tier 1, joining. And so, yeah, they were in negotiations, but they're not. Powell River is staying put in the BCHL for now. I think eventually they're going to jump ship, especially with all these other BCHL teams jumping ship or relocating.
It's just so uncertain.
It's exactly, man. There's a reason we say everything is a rumor or alleged or we're hearing this, but we're not saying official shit unless we 100% know. So if we're posting about rumors and stuff and you're like, that's not true, that didn't happen, we're not saying it is or did. We're saying it could, just for the record. And same thing for Prince George dropping down to the KI tier 1. They didn't, at first they wanted to do it, but then the KI staying tier 2 didn't appeal to them. But now that we know about what's actually going on with the KI tier 1, it is happening. We thought it wasn't happening anymore. At least for now. PG, Williams Lake and Quesnel and 100 Mile all did not get automatic tier 1 status. We'll get into that more in a minute, but because of that, Prince George is staying in the BCHL for now. If those teams end up getting moved to tier 1, or at least 2 of them, I think Prince George will leave the BCHL and join this, which honestly makes sense.
I think that's going to happen.
Yeah, I think so too. So just another like addition on that, because we kind of reported the Powell River thing initially and whatever. So
we had all the teams. Right in our predictions, for the PJHL, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that was all.
Yeah, so we had that all predicted. Yeah,
we totally had reported all of it, but the KI kept it under wraps, dude.
Yeah, there wasn't very many. I pried a little bit, but I couldn't really figure out who knew anything. So,
yeah. So as for the PJ, I mean, everything we've already reported ended up happening besides the Powell River thing. So we don't really need to talk about that again. Actually, one thing I talked to a coach in the league today, and so I believe me and Cheney talked about this. I don't know if you knew yet. We thought tier 1 was kind of just going to be like open tryout. Everyone's a free agent. No, you have to get traded from tier 2 to tier 1. Rights are all retained.
Come on.
Yeah. So
no.
Yeah. So basically, but what's happening is, it sounds like teams are going to be pretty chill with each other. So tier 1 teams are going to ask tier 2 teams for basically permission for guys to try out. And then if they make it, they'll get traded.
It's just like now with like the KI and the SJ.
Yes, exactly. KI and the SJ. It's the same system as that. So, but apparently Grandview has asked 3 or 4 teams in Tier 2 for permission to talk to guys, and everyone's like, I'm not going to Grandview.
I wonder why.
So
I wonder why.
Yeah, apparently,
if that was Poco, maybe they would fucking want to go.
They would want to go. 100% they'd want to go.
No wonder why.
Yeah. But anyways, Joe, if you want to just, I don't know if you got the list there of the KI Tier 1 teams. If not, we have it posted on our Instagram. You can just pull that up. But I kind of wanted to get your take. Quick. Yeah, I wanted to get your take on all the KI Tier 1 teams, and then I can give mine after.
Yeah, there's one of those teams is not like the other, Owen.
Yes, 100%.
And I'm going to tell you that the Soyuz Coyotes, being a Tier 1 team, guaranteed. I mean, I play with 2 Soyuz Coyotes alumni. What the fuck, Owen?
Yeah.
Their entire fan base is completely... it's all old people that don't make any noise when they play. Then they come to watch. It's very, very boring to play there. Here I go. I got the rest of the list. I just don't get it. It's got to be the owner. And even then, I've heard that the owner is a freaking not. No, like you don't want not good. Not good things about the owner. Beaver Valley, you might even say, is freaking controversial because of their facility. Their facility is horrible, Owen.
Oh, really?
Like, that ice is horrible.
Okay.
It's terrible, but they have a really good support, so I can get that.
Okay.
Because they're
usually good.
They're usually good. They have really good support. They're one of the oldest teams. Like, I think when you see like Ray Ferraro played in the KIJHL, he played for Beaver Valley.
Yeah.
Beaver Valley was technically Trail, and then Trail moved to Beaver Valley, and then Trail got a BCHL team.
Yeah. Because
it's also close. I think that's how it works. I don't really know if that's true. If I'm wrong, let me know.
Right.
But, yeah. Other than that, though, I was very happy with the list. Yeah, maybe Columbia Valley is pretty arguable as well.
Yeah, but isn't
they kind of don't really get that many fans
like on the board or the committee or whatever?
Yeah, it's just like kind of a Grandview situation where they're gonna get it no matter what. They are also a good team.
They also didn't do the KI player polls.
Just dust. Really, really dust. As for teams that didn't, you want me to read the list that did make it, and then
read the whole list, and then we'll talk about the ones who are still being evaluated and the ones who are just sticking to Tier 2 no matter what.
So 11 teams made the official transition to Tier 1, which is Beaver Valley, Columbia Valley, Fernie, Grand Forks, Kamloops, Kimberly, Merritt, Nelson, Soyuz, Princeton, and Revelstoke. And the teams that are undecided. So how many teams of these do you think are going to make the jump, Owen?
2 or 3.
2 or 3 max? You don't have that much space, right?
Maybe even, dude, like, it's hard to, like, but then what do you have, like, a third? Oh, no, you know what? Let's 2, and then PG will come into the league as well. I think 2 better make it. But sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I think Sicamous will not make it. I don't know why I started with them. 100 Mile, decent shot, good facility, good support. It just depends on the other teams that they choose. Castlegar, no thank you. Crescent Valley, no thank you. Kelowna is an interesting one because they don't play anywhere. They don't play anywhere nice. They don't have a nice rink. They don't have a nice facility, but it's Kelowna.
But they're not in Kelowna.
No, they are. They're downtown Kelowna.
Are they?
They play in Rutland.
Right, but they like call themselves Rutland a lot of the time. Like,
well, that's like a section of Kelowna.
Right. Okay. Sorry. My bad. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Like, I don't know. It's like It's weird. It's part of Kelowna. Like you go through downtown. You got to get through downtown to go through
Okay.
there.
Okay, fair enough.
Like
fair
10
enough.
minutes
My
away
bad.
from down, 15 minutes from downtown.
I misunderstood that.
I don't know. It's weird. Quesnel, I think, is probably the only team that's guaranteed. Like I think that they're spot on. They are going to go
I'm with you.
tier 1.
That's one of
they
my
have
two.
A sick rink, sick support. Sycamoose, no. Williams Lake, I think, is a pretty good shot as well.
That's my other one. Those two. I
Williams
think
Lake and Quesnel.
Yeah,
it's hard not to argue.
Dude, but like I don't know why they don't just give I guess maybe because it's their first year in the league, but they have like the best. Yeah, but Merritt was from the BCHL. These were just other KI teams relocating, right? But I think like it's a joke that Williams Lake and Quesnel aren't auto bids, in my opinion. Yeah, I think that's ridiculous. They have the support, they have the facilities, the population, they have everything. And that also gives the opportunity for PG to join, having other teams in the Caribou. I think the Caribou region as a whole, even 100 Mile, you can make a case for. They would be my third if I had to pick 3. They would be my third. So I think the whole Caribou region has gotten fucked up.
They get the crowds. They have the best facilities. They deserve a spot. Just because it's out of the way doesn't mean you have to not include them. You know what I mean?
100%, dude. I'm with you. Yeah. It's a mystery to me how those ones aren't, but and then you want to but yeah, we've gone over that in enough detail. It also enables Prince George to be able to come to the league as well. You want to just name off the 3 that are staying tier 2, and I believe basically just said we're cool to stay tier 2.
The Chase Heat, the Golden Rockets, and the Spokane Braves will all remain in tier 2. I think that's pretty self-explanatory on why they should be. I think there's a couple teams that should join them, that should have joined them, that are in the same boat. Being Sicky, Creston, and Calcigar. I don't know why they're still being considered. I think having 6 teams, and for sure, it's kind of embarrassing for only 3 of those teams to be there. I think those 6 should be in the tier 2 section. But at the same time, now Owen, now that they've unveiled these teams, who's gonna want to go and play in those places, even in the places that are up for debate, versus a guaranteed tier 1 team?
Yeah, dude, that's a big issue. Like, how are those teams going to recruit? They're going to get fucking, because this isn't happening until 26, 27. They're going to get fucking
slaughtered
killed for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Or the next year, sorry. The next year, sorry. It is sad. I feel bad. Like, those top 11, like, the recruiting is probably, I don't know, though. Maybe Quesnel and Williams Lake will still be able to recruit better than, like, a Soyuz.
And the worst part is they're all playing in the same league next year.
Yeah, that's like, they should have probably waited to announce this, like how the PIJ did, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's or just implemented it for next year. I don't know why they could have done what the PIJ is doing and implement it with those 11 teams, and then say these ones are still you can't even say who's still in consideration because it's a recruiting advantage again for those bottom 3 teams. They're just getting fucked. But you could have just said, these are the teams for now. Do it this year. Have 2 separate leagues. And then the next year, bump up Quesnel and Williams Lake, just like the PIJ will hopefully bump up North Van and Poco.
Yeah.
Because like the PIJ didn't officially say...
went that way.
The PIJ didn't officially say North Van and Poco are getting another year of evaluation on their post, like how the KI did. But I think that's because the KIs isn't happening for another year, right? So... interesting to see. Definitely going to need some more expansion teams to keep the tier 2 leagues afloat, though. Like, there's just not enough. Especially the KI. Like, what? They're going to have a fucking 6-team league if they promote too many of those teams. Like,
how many teams are you going to fucking promote here? Like, it's
that's why insane. I'm saying 2. I think Williams Lake and Quesnel, and then you got, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 teams in tier 2. That's enough, but that's a lot of travel for a tier 2 junior league.
I want to go from Spokane to fucking 100 Mile. Like, come on, for an 8-team league, 8-team league, or chase on fucking Spokane. Like, come on.
Yeah, or fucking Golden. Like,
I wonder if Spoke stays around.
They should just go to the USPHL.
They should join the USP for sure. I think that's probably a better.
I think
better
you know
route for
where
them.
I
Even
was
NCDC.
thinking. I was thinking a cool. I've seen like this account KIJHL Rants has done a lot of really cool posts lately. If you guys want to check their account out, talking about expansion and potential expansion to these. One, I thought it would be sweet. They mentioned Coeur d'Alene. I thought that would be a sweet expansion place in Idaho for the KI. Like that would be
pretty
sweet.
cool.
They got the rink, they got the facility. I think the rink's really busy though, would be a problem. But like we had that baseball tournament in Coeur d'Alene, and it was pretty sweet there. And like they have a CSSHL academy, so it kind of makes sense.
It could work. They need to expand a little more southward. I think they need more teams in general, but I think having a team there wouldn't be a bad shout.
No, because it's
not that far from there.
It's not that far from Spokane. It's not that far from like from Golden, right? Is it?
No, Golden's north. You're thinking of like
I'm thinking of Fernie, probably.
No, yeah, you're thinking of like Fernie, Grand Forks, fucking Castlegar, Nelson, all those teams.
Right. Okay. Well, okay. So like Castlegar then wouldn't be too far. Yeah. It's still pretty far, dude. Now that I'm looking at it,
it's a long drive, bro. It sucks, and it's through the mountains too. No service, dust.
It's right next to Spokane, at least. It's no further than Spokane would have to travel. I think it's doable. It's not that far from Creston or Castlegar, which I'm assuming will still be tier 2 as well. So like, I kind of like to see an expansion team in Coeur d'Alene. But yeah, so that's it for all of the tier 1 and tier 2 stuff. Real quick, I wanted to something a little different. I wanted to talk about the BCIHL. So the British Columbia Intercollegiate Hockey League just concluded. This league is obviously filled with PJ, KI, and VI alumni. So I figured it would kind of make sense to just do like a quick little recap of it, considering the amount of alumni in these leagues, and we've also seen a lot of other guys commit to these leagues, right? So yeah, just to recap the BCIHL quick. So BCIHL, only 5 teams in the league right now. Not sure what the future of this league looks like, but there's also a bit of a depth issue. Like the top teams are a lot better than the bottom teams, especially with SFU now having that non-conference team that kind of like took a chunk of the BCHL team in their first year. But anyways, so 4 and 5 had to play a play-in game similar to how the PJ playoffs work. So SFU played against Okanagan, and Okanagan beat them 6-5. It was actually a really good game to see who gets in. SFU was the 5, Okanagan was the 4. So Okanagan would now be the 4 seed. The next day, Victoria and VIU, who were the 1 and 2 seed, play a game. I believe the winner gets an automatic bye to the finals. So VIU beats Victoria 2-1. They were the best 2 teams in the league by a mile. VIU, who went 17-1 in the regular season, locks a spot in the finals. Okanagan, who is now the 4 seed, or was a 4 seed all along, plays Logan Lake, the 3 seed. The winner will play UVic, the 2 seed, for a chance to make the final. Okay. So Logan Lake, the 3 seed, beats Okanagan, the 4 seed, 5-4, to move on to the, I guess we'll call it semifinal.
Logan Lake beat Okanagan?
Yeah, 5-4, yeah. Logan Lake was better than Okanagan. Shit. Logan Lake was better than Okanagan all year. Only by a little bit, but...
They had the same amount of points, I think.
Oh, yeah, you're right, actually. My bad. And then Logan Lake plays
Why was
UVic
SFU shit?
Because they have the
all their good players went to the fucking... Yeah, the other team.
Not even all of them, but like some of them at first, and then it was like they have the non-conference team, so like guys don't want to play in the BCIHL team. I don't know. The recruiting for the BCIHL team doesn't seem great either. And then so Logan Lake, because they beat Okanagan, gets to play the UVic in, I guess we're going to call it the semis. Logan Lake takes them to OT, which is crazy for Logan Lake to have gotten that close. Kyle Crew gets the game winner for UVic in overtime. And then moving on to the finals. So a rematch of UVic versus VIU, which they played a couple days prior to see who gets the automatic bid to the finals.
Is it single game? It's single game knockout?
I guess so. It is single game knockout, yeah. But it's like the Victoria VIU game where VIU beat them wasn't knockout for Victoria. That was just like to see who gets the bye. that makes sense. I've never seen a format like this before. And then in the finals, UVic versus VIU. UVic, just for reference, UVic went 14-5-1 this year. VIU went 17-1-1. UVic wins 3-0. Thomas Jenkins, who I believe is a Saanich Predators alumni, scored the first goal. Ryan Strange scored the second goal. And Owen Evers scored the third goal. Empty netter, and UVic won 3-0. Eric Clark, who I believe played in the SJ for Estevan and maybe another team or two. I think he's from Ridge. 34 save shutout in the finals. Unreal game from him, obviously. And UVic takes down VIU and basically gives them the second game they lost all year in the finals. And UVic ended up winning that. So sorry that was a slight, I guess, rough recap, but that format was just a bit confusing for us to try and figure out there for the first time.
Cage Newens playing for VIU.
Yeah, dude. There's a lot of like high end.
Shout out Carter Benson, Red Rosso Grizzlies alum, fucking fourth place in fourth highest points, 32 points. Attaboy, Betty.
There's some very good players playing in the BCIHL. Like there's a
shout out Matt Fleet too, fucking leading the league in save percentage. Kimbo fucking Dynamiters alum.
Oh yeah, like just the ones like I know of, like Damon Jugnoff, his brother Tyson, I believe, is like leading the WHL in assists by defensemen. And
Jugnoff,
yeah, and Damon played in the BCHL. But yeah, and then what else we got here?
Jaden Fodchuk.
Fodchuk plays for on SFU. Yeah, he played BCHL, right?
Yeah,
he's sick.
Parker Konecki was sick. JJ Pickle.
Yep, JJ Pickle is nasty.
Connor Nolan. I played with Noli in fucking Notre Dame.
Oh yeah.
SJ. He was a fucking lifer SJ guy.
Ryan Hunter was one of North Van's best players last year.
Hunter Bergerson?
Joe, did you ever play with Davis Sato? I think he was in the SJ.
Yeah. He was in the fucking Notre Dame with me.
Yeah, I thought
he got hurt though.
Okay. He's on VIU. Logan Kirky used to play for Humboldt. He's on VIU.
Dude, that guy chirped the shit out of me when we lost like 10-0 to them. Man, I remember that. Damn, everyone ends up in the same spot, eh?
Yeah.
It all fucking you all fucking end up in the same spot, doesn't matter. Sam Schofield? That guy played so long in the fucking Simon Nemeth was fucking good. I
think Dan Gattenby too, the captain of was it UVic? Yeah, the captain of UVic, Dan Gattenby, he was in the BCHL for Nanaimo. And he was in a dub, actually. He was in a WHL. Kamloops, Tri-City, Kelowna. He played for a few teams. And then, he played for Nanaimo in the BCHL. He played U Sports for a couple of years first, and then at UVic. He's 26. Wow. Isn't that crazy? There's like 18, there could be 19-year-olds in that league.
Kirky had 50 points in 19 games last year for Vancouver Island.
Last year or this year?
Last year. This year he had 8 points in 4 games. Yeah, I think he got hurt.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Dude, he had 33 points in 21 games for Humboldt.
Holy fucking ND alum. Oh my god, I'm just going through the list.
No, that's fine. Yeah, just a quick little BCIHL
Jameson
talk.
Rende.
I don't think we have anything else. I don't have anything else written down to talk about, Joey. Do you?
Tanner Funk? No, I don't think we're good.
Can I real quick? Can I get your NHL thoughts? Cup prediction? Are the Nucks making playoffs? Things like that. I did see it
last night.
Licker
Mac show. Canucks aren't making the playoffs. The Blues are going to make it.
Yeah, they're on a heater.
They're on a fucking heater. We can't keep up. Demko's probably hurt again.
Is he? Or are you just saying that?
Do you see how far he stretched for that one save?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
All the comments are like people, I have a heart attack every time he does the splits and shit like
that. And he does it so often. His game is like so athletic, but he's like not athletic.
I know. He's athletic. He's just got
Flames.
Issues, I guess.
Like, come on. Like the Flames. Like, come on. The Flames are not making the fucking playoffs. Like, let's be
I don't think so either. Dustin Wolf is the team.
Dustin Wolf. If they make the playoffs, Dustin Wolf should be rookie of the year.
I think he should, anyways.
No matter what.
Dude, he's got like a 917 save percentage, and he has the lowest scoring team in the league battling for a playoff spot. Just that should be rookie of the year for sure. In my opinion.
Okay. Here are the 3 options for the fucking playoff teams. The The worst scoring team, the second worst scoring team, or the team that's on a heater? Like, what team do you think is going to fucking make the playoffs, Owen?
And Pettersson's hurt after finally starting to play good.
Like, fuck off. Yeah. Maybe that's why he fucking didn't want to play good, because he knew he'd hurt himself.
Time for part 2 of the KIJHL Player Polls. The final ones. We'll finish it off. Before we get into the best and worst facilities is what we're going to start with. We're going to do real quick the new question that we added to the KI Player Polls. We added a couple, but this was the main one. Is if you had a no-trade list in the KIJHL, who is the first team on it? Again, pretty obvious responses, but we're still going to do it.
It's still interesting to see the percentages.
Yeah, so with 4.5% and 8 votes, Castlegar comes in 5th. With 6.78% and 12 votes, Golden comes in 4th. With 14 votes or 7.9%, 100 Mile comes in 3rd. That was interesting. I guess out of the way.
Mile, man.
With 23.7% and 42
big
votes.
Jump.
Big jump. The Chase Heat. And then finally, with 43.5% and 77 votes, so obvious, the Spokane Chiefs. No, not the Chiefs. The Spokane Braves. What are they called?
Braves, yeah.
The Spokane Braves. So we'll start off with
Nobody wants to head south.
Nobody wants to head south. Okay. For worst
We're back in facilities now?
Yeah, worst facilities. In 5th place, the Princeton Posse, which I was pretty surprised to see that. Like Princeton,
dude, their fucking their away dressing rooms are brutal.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, they only got
surprised
7
Revy's
votes.
not on here, to be honest. Their
away
rink is
bad?
sick. Their away rooms are horrible.
Fair
really,
enough.
really bad.
Fair enough.
But I don't know what Princeton's working with when it comes to like a room. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Only 7 votes out of 167. After that, the next 3 are pretty close, and then a bit of a jump to the worst one. But the Beaver Valley Nighthawks have 23 out of 167 votes for 13.7%. They come 4th. The Chase Heat, which I thought Chase's rink was pretty good. Like, are the away room shit?
It's just kind of like there's not really that much privacy. It's like a public rink.
Right. They got their own room, though, and their room is nice, isn't it?
Chase has their own room over there. It's not bad. It's just kind of a dust rink.
Okay, fair enough. And it's like next to like their main shopping center, like the grocery store and shit. Like it's in a weird spot.
It's like right beside. It's in a weird spot.
And the closed down zipline place. Yeah, so and then so Chase comes 3rd there, and then a bit of a minor jump to Sycamoose gets 32 votes, or 19%. It's that bad, eh?
It's bad, but this one is the worst rink I've ever played in my life.
Is it that bad there, really?
It's so bad. Dude, the away dressing room is around the corner up a set of stairs.
No.
That like has like they're not fully skate proof. They just have a slab of skate proof thing on them that slides around every time you take a step. And the room is upstairs and it's carpet.
Oh my god, bro! It's like that. It's like that.
Brutal.
You seen that video of that rink in Saskatchewan where those guys got to like lower that
literally,
staircase? It's like that.
It's like that. It's literally like that. But like you have to walk. But the away room is like at the other rink in the facility, so you have to walk across the facility to get to the rink.
We haven't even said who it is, but if you're a KI player, it's obvious. Spokane. 43 votes or 26%. How do they have a team, bro?
Brutal.
This next one, I was pretty surprised at 5th place here, Kamloops. So I haven't been to Kamloops' rink since I was a little kid, or there, this where the Storm play. Nice facility.
Well, we're doing best facilities, right?
Yeah, best facilities.
Spokane, obviously worst facility.
Yeah.
Kamloops best facility, seven votes out of what, 163?
Yeah, 4 points.
Dude, they've like. It's like a standard junior rink. They have a lot of seating. It's like a really big
so that's
wall
probably
seating.
part of it.
They have a nice room, like a decent room. I don't know.
Fair enough. Okay. And then the Williams Lake Mustangs come 4th with 9 votes or 5.5%. And again, like that's not very surprising to me based on what I've heard. In third, Grand Forks gets 16 votes.
This is underrated because of the amount of money that they've put into the facilities there.
Oh, it's sick there?
Yeah, the away rooms are all right. Like, you kind of have to walk up like a slope to like get up to the rink.
Okay.
But I've heard that the and then the production quality of like some of the Instagram photos and videos that they're posting is crazy.
Okay.
Like their social media is really good. I'd say pretty underrated actually for the amount of jump that we're having to Quesnel. I guess I can just Quesnel in second. With 34 of 163 for a percentage of 21%.
Yeah.
I've never played here, Owen.
It looks so sick though, dude. Like,
it does look dope.
Remember Bennett after he came on the pod, sent us a video. I don't know if he sent you it, but he sent me a video. He did like a little video tour of their facilities and sent it to me.
Yeah.
Not like, he didn't show anything he can't show, like none of the privates, but like he just showed me the rink. I'd never seen it. And on like the videos they post, it looks sick. Their production quality too, amazing.
Owen, you remember this rink at number 1?
I will never forget this rink. I will never forget this city. This will be my new KI. This will be my tier 1 KI team I support. Because I have so much love for the city of Nelson after we won the provincials there, and just like the time we had. What a sick town. The Nelson Leafs win. I hope the BCHL team doesn't come there. The Nelson Leafs win. 35% of the votes. Yeah, 35% of the votes, 56 total votes. Just sick. BCHL level facility for sure. Like, when we did our provincial finals there and it was like actually packed for it, seeing that rink like filled up, it was so cool. And obviously we went to a Nelson Leafs game during our provincials as well, and it was just amazing there.
I think they were playing Kimbo in the semis, dude.
They were. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it must have been maybe not semis, maybe.
No, it would have been semis.
Well, provincials just ended last weekend. Semis hasn't started yet for KI, so
no, but that only makes sense because Nelson's not in the same div.
Oh shit! Okay, good point, Joe. Okay, good point.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a cool memory, dude.
Yeah, man, that place, just what a sick rink. Even like the away rink rooms and all that was beautiful too. Like, yeah,
pretty cool.
Loved it there for sure. But yeah, I guess that's that. Best shutdown D man. Couple Revelstoke Grizzlies.
We're into the what is it? The specific person ones. Rewards, the main player ones here.
The main ones. I mean, we already did like most underrated and overrated and stuff, but this is like, these are the main ones. So best, we like to give the defensive guys some recognition. So we got best shutdown defenseman. Grady Sterling Ponak had 6 votes in 5th. Ian George, 7 votes in 4th. Right. Yeah. Sorry, of Princeton. Trey Stevenson with 8 votes in 3rd. And then we got our guy, Austin Woolley, 11 votes for 7.7%. And then a
big jump.
Big jump to 1st, the winner. And that's Nathan White of the Revelstoke Grizzlies. He got 23 votes or 16%, which is an impressive amount to get for shutdown D-man, because that one spread out a lot. You always talk very highly about Whiter's game.
I thought he was a great D-man. I thought he was the actual defenseman. Great D-man, and he could still score.
Yeah. And then here we got best chirps. Again, like the guy who won actually won by a lot. But we got McGuire Nicholson in 5th with 7 votes. Graham Wiley in 4th with 8 votes. Ty Noseworthy with 9 votes in 3rd. Then we got Whiter again with 11 votes in 2nd. And the winner, Jack Lambert, 18 votes or 12.5%, which was about double, not just under double what 2nd place had. So apparently Jack Lambert's quite the chirper. Joe, you familiar at all?
We played against him in the finals and we swept him. So I didn't really get a lot of chirps from him in that one. So unfortunate, but no, I wouldn't doubt he's a big guy. He's actually pretty scary. So I probably shouldn't say anything about him. So I remember him throwing the body around quite a bit. I don't remember him chirping too much though.
Fair enough. Next one we got here, best hands. So Tyler Burke in 5th with 7 votes. Taylor Haggerty in 4th with 9 votes. Levi Astle in 3rd with 11 votes. Cash Anderson in 2nd with 12 votes. And this guy won by a landslide. 16-year-old, better be rookie of the year. This guy's so nasty. Asher Lucas of the Williams Lake Mustangs with 17% of the votes, or 27 votes total. I think that one's, obviously you never played him, but I think that one seems pretty straightforward. The guy's nasty.
He's an 08 playing in the KI.
Yeah.
And over a point per game.
Yeah, that's gross.
You better have good hands.
You'll be in the dub next year, I'm sure.
This is a good one, though.
Yeah, we're down to our final 5. So we got King of the Jungle. In 5th place, we got Caden Stark with 6 votes out of 164 for this one. In 4th, we got Brett Woodard with 7 votes. In 3rd, Wyatt Ball with 9 votes. This guy, we've seen a couple of his fights. He started the year on merit, and then I forget where he ended up, but he was the one who fought that guy who stepped on the back of that guy's leg, the skate.
Oh, good for him, though.
He was the one who fought that guy. So Wyatt Ball seems like a beauty. I was pretty surprised when I saw that Merritt dished him. In 2nd, Liam Ray with 10. Joe, are you familiar? I'm not sure who this is.
No, I don't know who that is either.
Oh, shoot. Okay. And then the winner, Alex Edwards of the Grand Forks Border Bruins. Believe his brother is on the team too, and they're two of Ben Edwards, and they're 2 of the tougher guys in the league, right?
Right. Yeah.
But I think I posted this poll just on Instagram like months ago, and Alex Edwards won it back then too. So not surprising to see he won this by a landslide.
26 more votes, yeah.
26 more votes than the next guy, like 36 out of, 25% pretty much of the votes.
Yeah.
Now we're moving on to biggest rat. A lot of repeats here from the last one. In 5th, we got Caden Stark with 6% of the votes.
Such a rat when we played against him.
Yeah, he's got 10 votes, or about 6%. Alex Edwards, 11 votes.
You can never see how good of a fighter he was because we always wore cages. That was the problem.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, he got some votes for King of the Jungle this year, so he probably seems like a good fighter.
At least you can back it up.
Yeah. And then we got, Alex Edwards with 11 votes for biggest rat, and he obviously just won King of the Jungle. Wyatt Ball with 12 votes. Again, we just mentioned him. Owen Ames with 13 votes. So all these guys separated by 1 vote. And then a big gap. And the biggest rat in the KIJHL, Torin Frone, 28 votes. So over double second place, 17% of the total. You familiar, Joe?
Unfortunately not, or fortunately not, I guess.
Played for Quesnel.
I don't know. Played for Quesnel?
Yeah.
I might have played against him. He must have been on
5'5". He was a rookie this year.
He's like,
so he's like a true Marchand rat. Dude, 5'5". He's a rookie. Is he in 06? Yeah, 06. So 18-year-old rookie this year. Played in the JPHL last year for Edmonton U18. 26 points in 28 games. So he's good too. 196 PIMs, and this guy's 5'5".
Holy fuck!
What a menace, dude! Sounds like a guy you'd love to have on your team.
God. Yeah, probably want him on your team.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's good.
You read this one, buddy.
This is one I care about. Yeah, best goalie in the KIJHL. Now, when I saw that Revelstoke's goalie didn't get goalie of the division, I was surprised because I know who Ryder Ponto is and everything. But based off of this, I guess, okay, we'll go. In 5th is Brendan Smith with 9 out of the 167 votes. I've actually played against him. He held Kelowna down. Oz really loves this guy. He thinks really highly of him. So
yeah, he was the guy who they
makes sense he's on the list.
They were the guy they dished to make room for Fowl, and a lot of KI people were in an uproar about it.
Yeah, they were like, "Why would you trade this guy? He's actually really." So it makes sense. He's top 5.
Apparently, he's a beauty. Yeah.
Blake Sittler, 10 votes of 167. So what's that? 6. What's that? 6. What is that percentage wise? Owen, 6%.
5.9.
5.9%. We played against him in the playoffs. He held it down for Princeton. He was young though. He's an 05. He has another year next year. The another 20-year-old. Brendan Smith was a 20-year-old as well. Connor Stojan, I thought was the front runner for goalie of the year this year.
Yeah, he was your pick.
He was my pick. Whenever we played against him, he always played really well. It makes sense that he's on this list. He's a solid goalie.
9% of the votes there. 15 out of 167.
9%, 15. Ryder Ponto in number 2, which was surprising because I thought he would get number 1. 29 of 167.
17.5%.
17.5%. Big jump there. But another big jump to the guy who won goalie of the division for the Sick Moose Eagles, KIJHL Svensson, with 39 votes. 10 more votes than Ryder Ponto.
24%.
For 24% of the vote. I've never seen this guy play. He's a rookie. He took over.
Wow.
He played really well. Really surprised with his game. I think he had a 940 or something ridiculous. Solid goalie. Yeah, I'm impressed.
Nice. Well, moving on to best defenseman. This one was not even fucking close. So we got
It's a blowout.
Trey Stevenson with 8 votes in 5th. Nathan White, again being brought up, with 9 votes in 4th. Grady Sterling Ponak, Drury commit, 10 votes in 3rd. In 2nd, a little bit of a jump, 16 votes for Declan Pocock. Joe, you play him?
No, never heard of him.
Yeah, neither have I. Sorry about that. But yeah, he ends up in 2nd there. And in 1st by a landslide. So we go from 2nd had 16 votes, 1st had 47. And that is Eric Martin of the Fernie Ghost Riders with 28% of the vote. I can't believe with Haggerty and Martin they lost to CV, dude.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
That's nuts. But
I mean, those are the only 2 guys that were playing.
Fair enough.
Everyone else fucking took a shit.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I mean, so Martin wins best D-man by a mile. What sounds like a stud.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got the votes for best player, and this one was weirdly spread out. Like,
yeah,
the guy who won didn't.
2 guys are at the top, though.
2 guys at the top, but the guy who won didn't win by much. And like the reigning MVP is not on here. In 5th place, the best team, the guy who just won best D-man, Eric Martin, ends up in 5th with 5 votes out of 166. So not many, but this one was super spread out. I don't know how. Like, who else was getting votes for this one? I got to pull that. I'm going to pull it up and look at like all the results. I just have the top 5 written down. In 4th, we got Matthew Langdon with 9 votes. In 3rd, Cash Anderson of Quesnel with 10 votes. In 2nd, big jump here.
Big jump.
25 votes out of 166, so 15%. Taylor Haggerty of the Fernie Ghost Riders. So Fernie almost won best player and best defenseman.
And didn't make it out of the first round.
And then the guy who also won most overrated, but he got way more votes for most overrated than he did for MVP.
For MVP. I mean, dude, he put up 90 points in the fucking league.
Put him 90 fucking points, guys. Like, yeah.
He's got to be the best player in the league.
Yeah.
But you can make a case for him being the most overrated because people probably rate him super highly.
Fair enough. I get you.
Like, you know what I mean? He put up 90 points. Maybe he's not that good, but he still put up 90 points.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
I've never seen him play, by the way. I have no idea if he's good or not.
Right. And then, yeah, no, I mean, he got 23% of the votes, 37 total. So that concludes it, everyone. That's the KI polls. We will obviously...
Congratulations to Levi Astil,
yes,
Eric Martin, and KIJHL Svensson.
I'm winning the main
in your
3.
respective positions.
Yes, sir.
Those are the main 3.
Absolutely.
Biggest rat, Torin Fraun. Best fighter, Alex Edwards. Best hands, Asher Lucas. Best chirps, Jack Lambert. I'll just go back down the list.
Yeah.
Shutdown D-man, Nathan White. Most overrated, Levi Astil. Most underrated, Ashton Angle. I'm going to follow that guy because that's insane. I've never heard of him, and he was over point per game on Sicky. Biggest beauty, Cash Anderson. And funniest guy, Matthew Hufty. Worst sty, Jonah Fournier. Most likely to fall in warm-up, Trent Thiessen. Most likely to miss the open net, the Rigtard Riggle. And the best nickname, RX Seifker with milk. But I'm going to veto that and say Tate Riggle as the best nickname.
For sure, dude. For sure.
That's amazing.
Real quick as well, just to break down how everyone voted. So we had at least 15 votes from every single team in the KIJHL, except for Spokane, who had 11. And for some fucking reason, Creston and Columbia Valley told their teams they're not allowed to do it. Well, guess what? 5 guys on Creston still did it, and 4 guys on Columbia Valley still did it behind your captain's back or whoever said no. So, like, yeah.
Figure it out and fine them.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, wait, your fucking season's over anyways. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but like, I still am baffled why they didn't want to do it. I don't get it, but whatever. It doesn't matter. We already went over this with Cage. He.
Dude, it's probably the Crescent Valley situation. We already know what the fuck happened there.
Oh, that actually makes sense, dude.
So Columbia Valley, what are you doing?
Yeah, come on, guys. Come on. But yeah, I mean, and then like teams that had the most, 100 Mile and Chase both had 100 Mile. No, my bad, dude. Okay, this one seems a little fishy. It says Revelstoke had 29. How did they have 29?
Maybe some guys clicked on it twice. This is only just people who
you can't click on it twice.
Oh, really?
Unless they use a different like device. I guess
maybe they rigged it.
Yeah, I don't know. But Revy had a lot of votes. Williams Lake and Chase both at 24. Fernie, 100 Mile, and Quesnel all at 23. Golden at 22. But just really, thank you so much to everyone who voted. Like, having around 400 respondents is
it was awesome,
insane. This has been so fun doing the polls, and
so much engagement too.
Yeah, for sure. So we'll be obviously we just released these on the pod, and then we'll post the images for it probably in a week or two. We'll give it some time to simmer, try and draw more of an audience to the pod, obviously, because that's what we're doing here. But that'll pretty much wrap it up for this episode. Real quick, shout out to Bailey Awanis for committing to Cleary. It is Cleary, right, Joe?
I think so.
Yeah, so shout out Bailey Awanis, former guest, for committing to Cleary of the ACHA. I think there was also a couple KI commitments to Chase Heat, Caleb Premiak, and Josh David, both committed to Lewis of I think is that
D2 though.
D2.
Yeah.
So that's like, no, it says ACHA.
Yeah, D2 though.
Oh, D2 ACHA. I get you. Sorry. But
I think they just went together. I think literally they just went together.
Regardless, anyway, shout out to Caleb Pramack and Josh David for committing to Lewis University of the ACHA. Don't think we have any more. I mean, we already mentioned Grady Sterling Ponek committing a couple times. And if there's any more commitments we missed, we will try and bring them up again in the next episode.
Sounds good.
Yeah, but I just want to make sure there's nothing else. We have to do the TELUS Cup promo.
All right.
That'll be quick. Okay. One last thing.
Do you want me to do it, or do you want to do it?
We will.
You go for it.
I'll give you an idea in a
minute.
I'll pretend we'll record it at the end, and put it in the front, because we're gonna bring it up twice. So, and then just a reminder again for the TELUS Cup coming April 11th, Abbotsford, hosted by the Fraser Valley Thunderbirds. Be sure to enter the giveaway. We're giving away 2 free tickets to the TELUS Cup. So be sure to follow along for that. As for everything else, please, reach out if you have any more rumors, news, things to talk about, things you want to see on the pod. We appreciate the love we've been getting lately. As we said, the streams and downloads, we've been hitting records. So we've been really happy with how things have been going, and we've been having a ton of fun with it. So, and again, me and Joe, I just started a job too, picking kiwi fruit. It's been a very interesting job so far, but I have a pretty random schedule with that. And obviously Joe's still busy wrapping up his school year. So we're going to try our best to stay on schedule, but we might have weird gaps or delays or post on random days. We're not going to be able to stick to our typical Thursday schedule. I don't think. We'll try our best, but so just please be patient. We're not going anywhere, but it might just be rolled out a little differently lately. Yeah, so thank you all so much for listening, the support. Please be sure to download, give us a review, whether it's on Apple or Spotify or wherever else you listen to the pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. Facebook, X, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. Just check out all our socials. Continue to listen to the pod, and thank you all so much. Thanks, Joey. It was great to talk to you again, buddy. It's been a while, so that was nice.
Of course, buddy. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Alrighty.
It's a good one, though. Almost 2 hours here.